guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs. Happy Tuesday evening. I hope we're all okay. I hope we're all right. I hope the day's treated you all well. Obviously, if you are seeing this and you may have missed two videos previous today, do go back and check them out. Really fascinating stuff on Desiree Doué amongst a whole other certain topics. Players being sold, players being bought, all that jazz. But in this video, we're actually going to be talking about Ange's want in terms of players for the summer transfer window. We're going to talk about Emerson Royal's deal and move to AC Milan. We're going to talk about Will Lankshear and his impressing of the coaching staff, as well as amongst of other things. So plenty to talk about, plenty to get into. Just want to say that if you're watching this and you're new, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. And I'll jump in with what Paul O'Keefe was going to start us off with. And it said that Ange Postecoglou wants to buy top young talents to be able to develop them. Now, for me, 2 points. Number one, I don't mind this because actually Spurs have had a lot of success in the past with younger talent and developing them. Okay, we've seen Dele Alli. We've seen even Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen was a young talent still. We've seen Jan Vertonghen even wasn't that old really when we got him. Danny Rose, Kyle Walker. I think Lloris developed quite well at Spurs, you know. So it's not shocking in that regard. One thing I would say is, you know, and I want to be fair and I want to phrase this properly because I think a lot of people are quite upset at the moment due to the Desiree Doué situation. And people say, we built this stadium to allow us to compete with top clubs of Europe. And I get that. Yes, there is a stadium debt and I do get that as well. So I get both sides of that. And I do also get the idea that we want to buy players who are ready to rock and roll right now. Yeah, I like the Archie Gray signing. Please don't get me wrong. I really do like that signing. I was one of the first people to be championing this move before it happened. And then I was very happy when it did happen. But I'm also really much aware going, we do need a number 9 and we do need a right winger. We do need X, Y, and Z. And fair enough, you want to get some more talented players in positions areas that you don't truly need them to start straight away. I totally get that. You know, if you're looking at centre-back and going, well, we've got Mickey, we've got Radu, we've got Kuti. You know, let's say Ashley Phillips is the guy we're buying this summer. They go, but he's going to be learning from those guys and we're going to bring him on nice and slowly. I can kind of get on board with that. But I'm looking at certain positions in the squad and kind of going, I'm not sure the youngster move is the way. For me, obviously, I want that balance. I want some really exciting youngsters like Archie Gray, but I want ready-to-go players right now. I'm not saying I want 30-year-olds, not at all. I don't think not one of us should want a 30-year-old, if you know what I mean. We should want 25, 26, 27, who are still going to offer us 4 or 5 years of play. So as much as I do like it, I'm also a little bit concerned by it. I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'm somewhere in the middle. Moving on to talk about Emerson Royal. So DiMarzio said that Emerson Royal's move to AC Milan is getting closer. So he sort of said that the value between what Spurs want and what AC Milan are going to offer, it's apparently starting to thin, which means hopefully AC Milan have realised £8 million actually isn't really an offer that's credible. And Spurs fans who are getting upset about us wanting to take £8 million evidently play FIFA career mode and don't play real life football and understand that finances are a thing and PRs are a thing, and making a loss on a player for just the sake of selling him when actually you can get more money, you don't just do. So look, I've always said I thought he would go to Saudi after we talk about Emerson's deal to AC Milan falling off a cliff not long ago. I think AC Milan have sort of recognised, because AC Milan, by the way, if you're not aware, AC Milan seem to be haggling on every deal really intensely. They were supposed to get Yusuf Fofana. Apparently Man United and I think it's Atletico Madrid are actually now in the race because they've taken so long over this deal. Emerson was another one. Joshua Zirkzee is another. They're haggling over every deal. The issue is you're dealing with a guy in Daniel Levy who's happy to haggle. You also have a player in Joshua Zirkzee that Man United were desperate to get. You also have a person that Yusuf Fofana that Man United are desperate to get again, and Man United will overpay. They have no issues in overspending on players. So hopefully, if they don't get Yusuf Fofana, they definitely will be going, actually, we do need to go and get Emerson Royal for our right back position. So we'll see on that, obviously. Lankshear time. Paul O'Keefe again saying that Will Lankshear has impressed and there's a chance he'll get opportunities off the bench this season. Spurs love him and love his attitude. Lankshear's always asking how he can improve. That last little bit, by the way, Lankshear's always asking how he can improve. When people go, he reminds me of Harry Kane, that definitely helps. I mean, the good attitude, that definitely helps that comparison between the two. I mean, the fact that he's impressed is no shock. I mean, his movement in the box is fantastic. Homegrown, academy trained. I think all those things obviously stand out in a massive way. But the fact that, I said they will go at least with Richarlison. I was always hoping they'd go a new striker, a Richarlison, and a youngster. The situation where Lankshear may be getting more and more minutes as things go by. Look, if he really shows out in pre-season and on tour he does really well, maybe Ange really thinks, actually, I don't need a new striker. I'm happy with Lankshear. And do you know what? As much as I sit here and go, I'd like a new striker, I'm not the one with the squad. I'm not the one training the players. If Ange says that, I'll back Ange. You know what I mean? There is that. Moving on to a little bit of financial beneficial news for Spurs. I saw in the Sunderland Echo that Ipswich Town are plotting a move for Jack Clarke. And I didn't realise the sell-on clause I thought was 25%. It's actually 40% apparently. So if you want to work out on 18 million, 40%, follow me here. If you divide 18 by 10, it's 1.8. So that's 10%. If you times it by 4, it's 4 million... 7.2 million Spurs would get out of that deal on 18 million. They'd get 7.2. Now, I don't think they'll get him for 18 million. I think Sunderland will really go for a bit more. But if they go for a bit more, great. Spurs make even more on it. Apparently, there's interest also from Lazio and Southampton. So I don't see... if they sell him, I don't see Spurs struggling there, if you know what I mean. So lots of good stuff in there. That's the end of the video, but thank you very much for joining me this evening. Hope you did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video. If you did, hit me in the comment section down below. Your thoughts and feelings on Jack Clarke and that sell-on clause and the windfall of that. Obviously, the Ange idea around wanting those young players to be able to develop, the Will Lankshear minutes, the Emerson Royal deal to AC Milan. Let me know your thoughts and feelings down below about all of them. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, end of the video. I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.